Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your personalized reading for the week of May 23rd to May 29th, 2022. This is a general reading, so please feel free to take whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To get a deeper view into your week, check out your readings for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. In this first column, we look at where you've been. You have this community card. You have Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands, Four of Cups. In this middle column, we look at your current energy. You have High Priestess, Harness Mystic Power. You have the Sun, the Devil, and the Moon. Very interesting combination. In this third column, we get a message about your journey. You have this vulnerable card, and it has an arrow through the heart. You also have this Three of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the World card. So if you were unhappy to see that you had the Three of Swords, then you might be a little bit more unhappy that you have this vulnerable card. But we'll go through the cards and their meanings and get further clarification with tarot. So this community card here in your position of where you've been indicates that there's been support that you've been trying to get from your community, possibly to deal with, I guess, just life in general. It does indicate that there may be some type of romantic disappointment. So it could be with respect to perhaps a relationship, a breakup of some sort, or a breakup coming down the line. But it seems that with this card of community, it's basically saying that, you have people who will support you, a sense of belonging, family, friends, and basically a group support. It's interesting you have this Four of Cups. It could be that you were feeling this way and your community has come in to say, hey, don't be so, down in the dumps, or I think this t-shirt says over it, or the sweatshirt says over it on this person here. But basically, it seems that maybe you've been kind of internalizing certain feelings about things. With the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Wands, it seems like there's been a lot of changes or a lot of actions. Knight of Swords kind of indicates maybe someone kind of came in, try to sweep you off your feet, and you're feeling really attractive. You are very attractive at this time. You are capable of giving off a very positive energy, and it may be to some degree that this Four of Cups aspect is like the aftermath of this Knight of Swords situation, where it's like, well, what happened there? But we'll clarify. I'm very interested in this High Priestess card, your current energy, Harness Mystic Power, because of these three major arcana cards. The Devil is in the middle, and you've got the sun, which is light, and the moon, which is, considered dark. But it is also just, it's reflective of the sun's lights. And here it's, a sense of joy with the sun, purity, innocence. With the moon, a sense of animalistic instincts, more lack of clarity and potential like dangers, something sinister possibly lurking in the darkness. And with the devil, it is kind of giving your power away to, an imagined authority, to a substance, to a negative thinking pattern, to unhealthy habit in order to get some type of instant gratification, cutting corners in a way without really being concerned about the long-term sustainability or moral or ethical issues. So with this High Priestess card, it is basically saying to align with the light and positivity as opposed to darkness and temptations. So here with this, I see this High Priestess here has this black cat, and so does this Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands has a sense of mystery and a sense of spiritualism involved in, the air that the Queen of Wands has around, like kind of, there's something about the Queen of Wands that draws people in, and it's light, it's energy, it's vibrancy, and that's addictive. In terms of this Devil card, there might be something that draws you in that is kind of mimics this Queen of Wands energy, but really you need to use your intuition and discernment to figure out what is true, what you're sensing that is true for you and for your best and highest good. So it's almost a sense of protecting yourself from lower energies, protecting yourself from this kind of, Four of Cups isn't necessarily negative, but it's not necessarily positive. And here with this Vulnerable card, it seems like you need some type of additional protection. Perhaps you had some, walls that you took down over here, and as a result of it, you got hurt. We create certain walls in order to protect ourselves and have control to the extent we can over our lives and our situations. But it could be that to some degree, this community, the people that support you and surround you gave you a sense of security in a way. But we'll go ahead and take a look at this. Just, keep in mind, you do have this World card as, the message of your journey as well. And to an extent, you could consider this nude individual being ultimately the, vulnerable. And this nude individual and these nude individuals, and in the traditional sun card, there's a nude child on there. So it's the vulnerability aspect might, to some degree, have to do with how you perceive nudity being exposed. Is there a sense of shame there? Something for you to kind of look into for yourself. So let's take a look at the Four of Cups over here in this community aspect. You have the Two of Cups. And this is about relationships. It's about possibly even your relationship with your higher self. But you're as if you're stuck looking at the Three of Cups and not recognizing this fourth cup being offered. So, yeah, to some degree, it could be that you were having fun with your friends, kind of feeling center of attention, and something came along really quick, possibly out of the blue, and knocked you off your game. So let's take a look at the Knight of Swords. You have Eight of Cups, and this is about walking away from what's not in your best interest. So with the Knight of Swords, this is an energy of trying to make things right, like swooping in to action, because you have a plan. Maybe not you per se, but Knight of Swords has a plan. Might not have like thought it through, but the intention was, from the Knight of Swords position, good. But maybe it was just, quick in and out. Let's take a look at the Queen of Wands. You have the Ten of Wands, which is a sense of kind of a heavy burden, taken on too much. So I'm actually looking at this white flowy dress over here and the white flowy dress of the person on the Ten of Wands. So for some of you, there's some type of disappointment when it comes to relationships that you're building, possibly in your social circle. Perhaps the friends that you have kind of seem friendly, but it takes a lot of work to actually, get close to them. But this current energy here that you're in now, this harness mystic power, it's really wanting you to stay with the light. So let's look at the Sun card. You have the Five of Wands. To some degree, it could be that you feel the need to do certain things that are maybe you don't have time to consider in order to kind of go with the flow, to go along with people. Maybe there is this sense of happiness. There's something that is kind of you're conflicted about, or there's disagreement somehow about what is that happiness for you. Let's take a look at the Moon card over here, because the Moon card here is very much in line with the High Priestess as well. Now, High Priestess in tarot is about intuition and inner knowledge, and the High Priestess is aware that things aren't light or dark or this or that. It's everything. It is all aspects, and really, you have to you know, decide how you feel with varying truths. So let's see. Let's take a look at this moon. You have the Two of Swords, right? A sense of like, being at crossroads. It's like this individual, once they get out of the water, oh, so it's like this, there's a dark figure in the water here in this moon card, and it's as if once this figure gets out, they're this, Two of Swords energy where they just don't know which way to go. In the moon card, there's one path with, there's two individuals on either side representing like the wolf and the dog. So to some degree, it's a sense that you're being kind of possibly torn by, following your own inner wisdom, or possibly going with a group. Let's take a look at this double card. You have Six of Swords, and this is a sense of being in a transition and not really, it's like being between two shores, not really knowing where to go, but knowing that just you keep going forward and it's better position than where you were. So let's go over here into this message about your journey and the Three of Swords. Let's see what's going on with that Three of Swords. You have the Empress, and this is about, abundance, sensuality, sexuality, love, creativity. It's basically, the mother lode hitting the jackpot on everything that you could want and be connected to and feel in a positive way. And so really with this Three of Swords, it's a way of kind of, you need to process your disappointments and learn from them to see how you are connected to positive things, how you are connected to love and creativity, and all those things might not look like that when you've got, three swords stuck in a heart and an arrow stuck in the heart. But really working through those disappointments, those upsets, figuring out what walls you built, what walls you took down, what walls you had to rebuild, recognizing all those things allows you to feel. I think that a big component in this is actually feelings. So here the Empress is about the senses and providing what you need. So I think in terms of this community, this high priestess staying with the light, it's also a recognition that you have to work through the dark as well to recognize what light you have inside of you. So let's take a look at the Knight of Cups, because that's an offer of love, a message of love and creativity. It's really wearing your heart on your sleeves. So let's see what you have here. You have Five of Cups. So it seems that there is not only pain and disappointment hurt, there's sadness and loss, and it's all related in some way, shape, or form to this Knight of Cups. You have the Empress and you have the World. These cards here are kind of similar in the sense of concepts of, rebirths or birthings to some degree. You can see here the Empress looks pregnant, and in the World card, it's as if the nude person in the World card coming through this oval shaped wreath here. It's like they're being reborn for a new journey. So let's see what we have there. You have the Eight of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles is about like really using your skills and talents to create something of value in the future. So it seems here with the message about your journey is really to kind of let you know that you need to be vulnerable. You need to let your walls down for people, because if you never, risk something, then you really don't understand the benefit once you found something that's true for you. So to some degree, it's like you're growing up and you're needing to decide. I mean, we're always growing up, we're always learning and growing, but here it's as if you need to decide if you are growing for you, if you're growing for what you think you should be, think you should want, if you're just, going through actions and you really don't know which way to turn. You're just knowing that wherever you are now is better than where you were before. And you're probably, your internal compass, the one that you need to connect with your intuition to really kind of know the direction to go going forward. Your internal compass, it seems like you need to work on some upsets, some losses, and actually feel those things so that you are able to kind of start a new journey, open to possibilities of love, recognizing what you have inside of you that makes you more resilient, makes you more this Queen of Wands energy coming from the light, coming from, the light within you. But it seems like you've got a lot of, internal focus going on right now. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.